everyone, and welcome to the 96th episode of We're All in the Same Boat. I'm your host, Luke Roxwold, and today we are talking about what we've been up to, the Spider-Man Sony Disney controversy, all the trailers that just came out, Joker, Rise of Skywalker, the Breaking Bad movie, and the Mandalorian. And that's it.
Whoa.
So, today I am here with Michael.
Welcome to the We Love Spider-Man podcast.
Shayne.
Hello, welcome to the podcast.
And Nick.
Oh, hey.
If you guys have not heard from us for a while, it's because we've all been up to a lot of different things. I moved to Miami.
Whoa.
What?
I packed all my stuff up
To where?
and I left Seattle and I
Wait,
moved
you moved?
to the other side. Yep. I'm gone.
Excuse me.
The weather is hot. The weather is humid. The weather is hurricaney.
Sweaty.
And I'm about to get smashed by a hurricane. Like literally tomorrow.
I hear you guys are going to die. So
I have containers of
nice
water
to know when you
Yeah,
Luke.
Miami always dies.
and
I don't know why
bread.
you moved there.
Do you have bread and milk?
Yeah, I know. Yep. And butter.
Ready for the milk sandwiches?
Yep. That's right. I just dipped the sandwiches in water. So that's what I've been up to. So I've been busy. So the podcast kind of got put on hold for a little while. But in addition to that, Michael
has no news.
I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been working a lot. I got a new job.
No, don't do the same joke
Yay.
again.
I worked until...
It's like, what happened? What?
Oh yeah, I got married.
That's right.
Dang it,
Leanne
Luke.
is behind you. She just
Yay,
smacks
congratulations.
I was so excited all day. Work was kind of crappy today, and I was like, well, at least when I get on the podcast, I can make that joke again.
It's so bad.
Not really, just a little bit. Anyway, but yeah, I did get married, and Luke and Shayne came, and it was awesome.
That's right.
Oh, Luke,
That's
I
right.
never got to tell you. So when I saw you walk up, your beard was so big, and like I guess someone behind you had like something they made it look like you had a man bun. When I first saw you, I was like, "Who is this mega hipster man?" I don't know him. Oh, it's Luke.
like, what happened? Oh, let me say
Because
one quick
perfectly
thing too.
placed to have a man bun. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go back. I'm going to take over again. So because I'm in Miami, I'm actually in a kitchen
Oh, yeah.
right now. So
That's
if things
tight.
are a little bit echoey, that's why. Because I'm in like this DIY podcast studio right now. But anyway, yeah. So both Shayne and I made it to the wedding,
Yeah.
and it was kind of difficult getting in. So we showed up, and Michael was on stage. And so I remember walking up, I saw you, and then I just pointed at you,
Yes.
and you kind of looked at me and squinted.
That's when I thought
And
you were
then
a
all of a
hipster
sudden
guy.
you're like,
It's like who? Oh,
and
hey.
you're like, yeah, my beard has gotten quite long,
It was good.
but I think it is what it is.
I will
Nick
say it does
didn't,
look good.
Nick didn't come
So-
out the wedding though, because he was
No, Nick did not come.
It's very true. I don't love Mike, and I wanted to come, but then I thought, oh, it's Mike's wedding, not worth the
Yeah,
money.
I just want to say, I'm very upset that I actually missed the ceremony part of Michael's wedding, but only because I live so far away from where this wedding was, and there was 2 accidents. They were both 20 minutes each, and then it rained on top of that.
Yeah,
And
one
I
of my
was
groomsmen
like-
lives in Chesapeake, and he was like an hour late, so it's all good.
Yeah, but no, it's not all good because I was 2 minutes away. I was 2 minutes away from the venue, and Luke texts me and says, "Ceremony's over," and I'm like,
That's funny, 'cause we
No,
just
you
go to the
started
late
reception.
too.
I know that's what I was thinking. I said, "Ooh, I'll have time."
Well, because
it's the least important
we
part
put
of a
in-
wedding anyway.
we put the address in. I
It
don't
is.
remember what we put in exactly, but we didn't put in the shelter. And there are 2 entrances to that park. And so there's the first one and the
yeah.
second one. But it took us to the second one. And so we drove through the whole thing going, there's no one here. There's no cars.
Yeah, so we had our
Is this the wrong day?
our wedding at a park, and yeah, like it has 2 entrances. So if you get in the wrong entrance, it'll take you somewhere weird. And it's
Yeah, we
confusing.
explored that whole park. I was like, are they getting married in these bathrooms? I was trying to figure out where you were. But we did get there before the wedding started, which was
Yeah, you
good.
did.
But I want to say this because it did start raining.
Mhm.
And there's songs about that. Rain on your wedding day. Apparently it's good luck. But
Yeah,
I said this in my Instagram post. I actually found it very endearing for some reason because everyone was like huddled under their jackets and people were huddling under umbrellas. And even though it was raining, everyone was like, we're still seeing this wedding. We're going to support Michael and Leanne. And I thought it was really nice.
yeah, I thought it looked really cool.
I really enjoyed it.
But there's a really funny story about that because so all day, like I didn't really get stressed at all about the wedding until the day of, because I went to the ceremony place and like cleaned up and stuff like that, and all day the weather was saying it was gonna rain from like 2 to 6. My wedding was at 5. And I was like, I texted my pastor. I was like, hey man, can you pray that like it doesn't rain? And he goes, yeah, because God will move it because you're his favorite.
Oh,
I was like, maybe he'll move the whole universe for me this time.
yes.
So the groomsmen are lining up. It's like 4:45. We get ready at 5. Oh, at this point, the weather has been saying it's not going to rain at all. At 4:45, it starts pouring down rain, and it was crazy.
Yeah, right as me and Ruji got out of the car, it just started like raining.
Seattle. Luke brought the Seattle rain with him.
That's why you don't have outdoor weddings.
Wow, Luke.
This is what happens when you have a big beard and you come from Seattle.
Apparently, though, when Leanne walked out of they had like an RV that the bridesmaids were in. Apparently, as soon as she walked out, it like stopped raining. At least until she got to the stage, which was kind of cool.
Wow.
She's so like
radiant. It didn't rain quite as much at that point, which was nice.
So, but it was cool.
The wedding was great. A lot of men lifting other men onto their shoulders at the dancing.
that happened a lot.
A lot of energy, a lot of dancing.
The only thing I regret is I wish we danced more. I had 2 hours of music.
Yeah,
planned.
Michael, I just want to say we were talking, at least I was talking with a couple of people, and we were a little concerned on what was going on during this reception because it was 9 o'clock, and I'm like, shouldn't we be dancing by now? Like, what's happening? And then we danced for like 30 minutes, and then Michael and Leanne left, and then that was it.
Yeah, people were pushing me. Like, I wasn't able to dance. I literally had 2 hours.
I know they were like, "Get out!" I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was. Everyone was like, "All right, let's go now." I was like, what?
I've been there.
This lady was like yelling at people to get the sparklers, and Michael's like having a good time in the middle of the floor dancing, like not concerned. And this lady's like, "Get them out!"
Leanne is like waiting at the exit, and Michael's still dancing. No one's in there. It's just him. He's like, "Wait a second, what?" Like, so we're all lined up waiting for him.
No, it wasn't Jesse. There's like 2 other people in there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was an awesome wedding. It was a good
Yes,
time.
the tacos
really fun.
were so good,
Dude, super good.
Yeah, they had tacos. I've never had tacos at a wedding.
The most Michael wedding ever. Everyone else has. I noticed a lot of people have pizza lately. 2 of my friends had pizza.
That's a little too ratchet.
My sister's having pizza.
A little too ratchet.
Rude, Shayne. Dude, pizza is delicious. First of all,
At a wedding,
No one said pizza. No one said. Hold on. No one said pizza wasn't good. It's just like. It's just different. What kind of pizza is it?
I mean,
is it Domino's?
you can make.
It's not Domino's.
I would have loved the pizza.
Fancy. Like my friend Carson had like this kind of like Italian restaurant, like kind of fancy pizza and stuff. My sister is having Domino's though because her best friend's brother works there. Oh, she is. And they got to hook up. But
all I'm saying is I'm not getting pizza grease on my nice clothes.
we'll bring
Actually, that's the only thing that would be worse than pizza is like spaghetti. Because then you flick it around.
Oh, yeah. Well, spaghetti is kind of a normal like fancy dinner thing, though. It's like the cheap fancy dinner option.
It never fails. If we're having spaghetti, white shirt. Can't help it. It's impossible. I'll always be wearing white shirt.
That's me and sweet tea also. I always spill sweet tea on myself if I'm wearing a white shirt. I don't know why.
You're like, I have so many sweet tea colored shirts. Why do I always spill them on the white ones?
Exactly.
Right,
I actually bought a shirt that's that color for that reason. Like an off-white shirt.
There you go.
I never spill tea on it, though.
Smart.
All right, Michael, enough about you.
That's right. So Shayne and Nick, we got another minute or so. What are you guys doing?
I was playing music for a while, but then I realized I was doing too much at once. So now I've stopped playing music, and now I'm focused more on work. Also, I have a girlfriend, so there's that.
Oh, what? Awesome.
Ooh.
So
yeah, music sucks anyway. Just kiss girls instead.
I'm weak.
Girls instead.
Music does not suck, by the way, people.
Music does suck.
Music is pretty great.
I know
Unless
how
you're
it's
bad
made.
at it, like
It
some
sucks.
people.
Ooh.
Was that to me?
That was to Mike, but it can be to you too, Luke.
Shots fired.
You can suck too.
Yeah, because I know you said you were doing a lot more recording now because it's just like
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
that?
I've got
What is-
the.
it's completely different.
Well, I've got the electronic drums like set up in the apartment, and I bought some really cool samples, and I've been messing with that and the MIDI controllers. So we'll
Is
see
it
how that turns out. But
Is it like recording your own music or music for any of the bands you're in?
Wait, how is that quitting music, Nick? That's still making music.
He
Quitting
means
live
playing
music.
live music.
live music.
Yeah, but you didn't
live
say
music.
that. You said I was quitting music, but I'm still recording
Michael,
music. though.
read
Live
between
music.
the lines, man.
Why don't you stop
Recording
being
music is
stupid?
not
that band
music.
drama.
Michael, hey, recording music is not music. Everyone knows that. It's actually, but just fun fact, it is completely different. Like when you're playing live versus when you
Yeah,
are
recording.
I mean, it's just
I want everyone to stop for a
mostly
second.
like
Hold up. Everyone stop for a second. Listen. You hear that sound?
Yeah, is that a
yeah.
vacuum?
What
It's
is
like a
that?
fan. It's your
Yeah.
microwave.
Is that a
I'm in the kitchen.
microwave?
I know. Ruji's
well.
here. Hey,
That's
say
your
hi.
microwave?
Hey, Ruji.
Wait. Shh, hold on. Say hi.
Hi guys.
Yeah, she was like
Hi,
looking at me
Ruji.
like, can I use this? I'm like, whatever. This episode's so it's like fun.
No one
Like,
noticed.
no, you don't eat food when I record.
Oh, well.
No, but
is my
I
time.
Kitchen and then not let you eat.
I'm just focused on recording for other artists at the moment, and I might be doing
That's
some
cool.
live stuff. Excuse me, I might be doing some live stuff myself, but mostly I just want to focus on just getting some personal studio stuff going,
Yeah.
and then seeing
I
if
feel
I
like
can
if you
set that
haven't
up
done that
for long term.
much, if you haven't done that too much, that's a really good skill to have because, like
Yeah.
I've said twice, it's a completely different skill to record than it is to play live. And I know you have a lot of experience playing live, and so if you don't have
Right.
a lot of experience recording, it's like sharpen that skill because that's a really good skill to have. Because most musicians, I would say most musicians don't know how to record. You
Yeah,
know,
there's
like,
good money in
most
good
people
recording,
learn
so-
instruments and
Yeah.
then they'll play,
100%.
yeah,
and it's
I feel like
complicated.
Yeah, I feel like
recording
all the yeah, exactly. If I get the techniques down and I get more experience, I feel like there's some good money on the side that I can do for my apartment. So, I mean,
Home studio.
yeah, the electronic drums sound really good, honestly. If you,
Yeah.
well, I'll plug my Instagram later. But anyway, that's all I've been up to.
Cool. Shane,
Sweet.
what about you? I want to move on because we have so much.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
know.
We can. Most of my stuff I can just say at the end. But yeah, been having a good time, living life. A lot of cool projects that I'm working on. But yeah, I can save it for the end. We can move on.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right. Well, that's the most of it. That's where we've been. That's why the episodes haven't been coming out quite as often. We just like too much going on. But now we're getting settled. And even though I'm about to get hit by a hurricane, I'm here. So,
And die.
okay. Let's start off with the main topic of this podcast. The main topic that we always talk about, the most popular topic that we ever talk about, Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, Spider-Man. That was
What?
definitely what I was gonna say.
Come on, guys. The whole thing was
What
set
else do we
up.
talk about?
Tom Holland is gone. Just kidding. He's not really.
No, he's not.
But I know, unfortunately. Just kidding. He's fine.
So, does anyone know?
Tom
anyone-
Holland stands. Fight him.
Does anyone
fine.
still? Did anyone watch that new Venom movie from Sony?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Michael saw
It was
it.
pretty good.
Did you guys like it?
it was not
good.
good, was it? I heard it was horrible.
No,
wasn't
I thought it was
horrible.
pretty decent.
Really?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you see it, Nick?
No, I'm just like, I just
The
don't
only-
like Sony, and I'm like, what's the
Oh,
latest
well.
thing they did superhero wise? Oh, Venom. I never even saw
Dude,
that.
They made Into the
So-
Spider-Verse, and it's amazing.
Yeah, the only
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
The only thing I didn't like about the Venom movie was Venom like went from all I'm gonna kill you, like I'm Venom, to hey, me and Tom Hardy are best friends, and I'm gonna save the world and
Yeah.
tell
It was
jokes.
like three
Rated
scenes.
R. Yeah, it
Yeah.
probably should
So
have been R.
who this whole topic, who knows about it?
Me.
Shane, you were the first person to bring it up.
Yes.
So can you explain to us kind of what's going on? Because I know Disney and Sony are fighting.
Yeah,
And it's
so
ruining
as most
everything
people
for everyone.
as most people know, Sony and Disney had a contract. Disney Marvel had a contract for Spider-Man to be like in the MCU for I think about 6 films or something. And what it was is Sony was getting 95% of the sales towards like the movies, like the tickets and everything. And
For like the first week or
no,
something.
the first week was the first week Disney was getting 5% of the sales, and then Sony would just get the other 95%.
Yep.
But Disney Marvel has
They got the merch
get the money
sales.
for the merchandise sales and everything. So they were trying to negotiate a new contract because the contract was coming up for the Spider-Man deal, and so they're trying to renegotiate it. And Disney had some balls and wanted to say they wanted 50% of sales for Spider-Man films, and Sony was like, yeah, no, not gonna happen. And so
As they should.
yeah, as they should. And so now they couldn't come to a new deal, and so now they've relinquished ownership of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
So
I
he's
think
back in Sony's
it's all
possession
tangled
for
up in
now.
a web. Hey, Listen, so
Dude, Nick, why
I
are
guess
your ha's
they-
like reverbing so hard?
Or am I reverbing hard with my ha's?
Just your ha.
Is that how
again?
you record?
Look, this
I'm
whole
like-
episode's just gonna be reverbing.
Yeah, I'm just like sitting really close to the mic. Is this reverbing?
No, that was kind of
That's how Nick records.
driving.
How was that? Was that
He's
Is
doing
that
a
reverb?
test one.
P?
No, I didn't hear a reverb.
You sound
Okay, so
All right, we're good.
I guess that Sony acquired the
Sucks.
rights for Spider-Man. Yep, they do suck, but they did acquire the rights for Spider-Man in like 1999,
Wait, really?
and they did. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then they did
bought it from
Spider-Man
Marvel 'cause Marvel
1.
was going bankrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and then
Wow.
remember there was
Hey guys,
no
this
the only
is the
superhero
most.
movie.
Wait, this is the most that more than one person has known about any topic on the podcast ever. I think
Possibly.
What?
three of
It's
us know
about Spider-Man.
about exactly. Like usually, like something happens, only like one or two of us have heard about it.
Oh yeah.
This time, like three of us have all the same facts. This is amazing.
But anyway, so Sony had the rights for Spider-Man in 1999, and like you remember, X-Men
they
came
bought
out
it for
before
$7 million,
that, and
by
then,
the way. I learned that
oh
today.
wow, that's
For
insane.
how much?
But then they made
7
the
million.
first 7 million.
Oh, wow.
Then they made the first Spider-Man movie, I think in 2002, something
Yeah,
like that.
2002. I remember because I
And
was 7
then-
and I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Yeah,
I remember that time.
It's intense in certain parts. It's kind of funny. But then they made Spider-Man 2, and then eventually Sony got their grubby little fingers in it, and then they did Spider-Man 3, which wasn't good, and then they did Amazing Spider-Man, which wasn't good, and then they did Amazing Spider-Man 2, which was even worse. And it's just kind of like these messy movies. Now,
Oof.
the reason Sony kept pumping out movies is because if they didn't pump out movies, I think they would lose the rights. If it was like every
Yes.
3 years,
It was
you
4
got to
years,
release a movie.
correct.
but something like that.
So yeah, some
interesting.
amount of time. So in 2015, Sony and Disney were like, "Hey, why don't we make a deal? Everyone wants Spider-Man in the MCU. We want money, so let's do it." And
We need good
so you said like
films.
Far From Home and Homecoming, Sony gets 95% of the profits for the first week. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, that the film
Your
makes.
question, what? Yeah. And then Marvel gets all the merch deal,
Yeah.
merch monies.
I feel like the merch would be so much money. All those kids want
It is.
toys, you know?
That's
There-
why
that-
Sony was like, yeah, no.
Well, yeah, because like Disney is making way more money than Sony, and Disney also pays way less to make their merch.
It's very true.
Because I mean, Spider-Man merch is like cereal boxes, like tissue paper that has his face on it, like stickers.
Yeah.
Like
I
all
love
this
those tissue
super
There's
stuff.
so much. I know all of my kids, they wear Spider-Man everything. Shoes, shorts, socks, shirts. So like the merch is real.
Yeah, like they're
Like-
destroying it. That's the
that's
crazy
one of
thing.
the
It's like
things-
Sony like owns all gets all the movie money, but that's like the smallest money that Spider-Man
Yeah.
makes from their movies, which is so weird.
Yeah.
I'd have to look up the actual numbers because I know that the Spider-Man movies make a ton of money. Like Spider-Man
They do.
Far From Home is Sony's top grossing movie ever. I
But
think.
Yeah, ever, right?
the
Yeah, I think of all time.
the new deal was going to be for Disney to get 50% of the sales from the movie. So then they would be getting all of the merchandise sales and 50% of
I don't
movie
understand.
sales.
Like, this is where I don't get it because
What kind of balls?
the fact that this happened at all, the fact that Sony let Disney borrow him in the first place is pretty crazy. So that's
Yeah.
what I don't understand. Why is Disney like, actually, I would like
Because
some
Disney's on a high horse right now.
because
And
Disney is taking over the world.
and they think they don't think people are going to say no to them.
Well, what I think was going to happen, so my theory is that Disney was trying to like bully them into giving it to them because if you think about
I
it,
can see
everybody loves Spider-Man in the MCU, and like now that Sony has Spider-Man back, they can't use any of the Marvel characters anymore. Like Nick Fury can't interact with them anymore, like he's been doing. Happy can't. Maybe not even Aunt May, like that actress. I don't know. Like now,
Yeah.
like
well, definitely not happy.
now
'cause he's-
Sony's like
well,
all like
I think they can do Aunt May because
Well, probably,
she was
yeah, 'cause she's-
specific to those movies. But
That's true.
Happy is in
But-
other movies.
yeah, anything that's related to other Marvel stuff, I can't have. And like, I think Disney was kind of going with they were either just trying to like make them look bad, and I don't know, or they were just trying to like push them in a corner and be like, hey, you can't make this movie without us anyway. Plus, you made our
Yeah.
movie with us, and it was your highest grossing movie ever in your life. So give us 50% as well. So you're gonna get.
It's funny though, because Disney's like, this is your highest grossing film of all time. So next time we want half.
We want more money.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. The thing about it too is, Far From Home is the highest grossing film for Sony ever. It's not the best one. Cough. Spider-Verse.
Wait, really?
But yes.
And
Spider-Verse
think-
is so good, Nick. Wait, Nick, have you not seen Spider-Verse?
Wait, yeah, have you not seen it?
No. I'm surprised that Far From Home is the highest grossing.
Yeah, I was too.
Why?
I think
There's
it's the
so much
highest
hype.
grossing Sony movie. And I'm not going to get into it. We've talked
It was
about
the
this.
direct movie following Endgame. It was destined to make a bunch of money.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I suppose. I think it's all going to be fine.
I think I've differed from
It's
everyone
just-
else.
I think it'll be fine. I
think
think
it's gonna be
Sorry,
fine.
go ahead, Nick. What were you
I was
gonna
just
say,
saying,
Nick?
I think I've differed from everyone else as far as passion for the Marvel universe after Endgame. Like, I wasn't hyped to see
Phase
Far
4.
From Home. Yeah, because I was just like, it's over. It's called Endgame. We're done now.
Yeah.
But
ochre.
anyway, yeah, I'm just surprised that it was high. It was so high grossing because Into the
Yeah.
Spider-Verse was such a good movie.
Yeah.
Well, I
Dude,
think
I had a friend. Wait, so I have to tell this story. I had a friend who was like, I don't want to see Into the Spider-Verse because it's a cartoon. And literally, he was like, he just got to the gym late because he was watching Dragon Ball Z.
wow.
I was like, you were just watching
My
Dragon
man.
Ball Z. Also, you also saw Dragon Ball Z in theaters the week before.
Film.
But that's why a lot of people
And
didn't
we'll
go, I think, because like they thought it was a kids movie.
Spider-Verse is the
Interesting.
coolest cartoon ever. Like the
Yeah, it's
animation,
not even a
it
cartoon.
sets it's like I want to watch it just because of how it looks, even though
Yeah.
because I don't really like
Yeah,
cartoons.
100%. I saw it the
It
other
looks
day,
so
actually.
good.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be everything's gonna be fine. Well, Tom Holland seems like it's gonna be fine, even though he seems kind of sad that he's not gonna get to be Iron Man Jr. But
I feel like he is. This is like he's going to
definitely
be
is.
Spider-Man. There's going to be more Spider-Man movies. They just might suck now. Well,
yeah.
okay.
Well, I don't think so.
In
I
my
think why
opinion,
Sony.
Here's what I'm thinking, though. All right,
I
Luke,
it sucked already.
I think why
it might-
Sony.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Shane,
No,
sorry.
I'm just saying. I think why
yeah,
Sony.
Shane, and then Michael. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay. We're doing this remotely, and I can tell it's a little bit of delay. So we're gonna have to hear what this sounds like. But if we're over talking each other a little bit, next podcast it won't be like that. So
Yeah,
anyway,
we'll figure it out.
Shane first, and then Michael.
Okay, so I think that Sony, why they felt like they could talk to Disney, is because they did make Spider-Verse, and because it was so successful and it won an Oscar, I think that they got a lot of confidence in themselves to
a lot of balls.
to make movies again. And I think that they're banking off of that film to kind of carry them into the future.
All right, so now Michael.
Makes sense.
I was gonna say this is gonna take the movies in a strange direction, either better or worse. Because one thing I was thinking about, and I actually listened to another podcast about this. Shout out to Death Battle Cast. They're really awesome.
Whoa.
Hey,
Anyway, I guess we all watched them. They're awesome. Anyway, so like they were talking about how weird Spider-Man's gonna be now that you can't bring in all these other random Marvel characters, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, it's also gonna make everything smaller, kind of like the original like Sam Raimi Spider-Man's when it's just him. So Luke, that might be good for you. Like maybe in the future,
I don't
it'll
know,
be more
man.
just like a emo Spider-Man with no friends who's just dancing around New York with his emo hair.
I mean, to be fair, Sony made Spider-Verse by themselves. And then you compare Spider-Verse. Like, Spider-Verse is, like I've said it 100 times, it's so good. Everything about it, the action, the acting, the humor, everything. And so maybe if you take Tom Holland and the characters in the MCU, or, well, not in the MCU, you put them in a Spider-Man movie that's by just Sony. I don't know. Sony, I just have a thing for Sony. I don't like them. Other than Spider-Verse. That's the only movie I like by them.
and people listening, for what it's worth, Luke hates everything. So if he's recommending Spider-Verse, that's a pretty big deal. You didn't like Far From Home. Which Spider-Man did you like other than Spider-Verse, Luke?
I like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
Spider-Man
I like
2
that
is
one
like
too.
such a it's
Spider-Man 2 is
corny,
amazing.
but the story arc is a perfect
It's
Spider-Man.
corny, but
Yeah.
like it perfectly like balances out the heaviness.
Yeah, it has
I
everything.
think that's people think of Spider-Man 3 all the time when they think of the Raimi Spider-Mans. But if you go back
I
and
love
watch
Spider-Man 3 though when I was a
think
kid.
about this, like when you watch, oh man, I get in this rant all the time. Spider-Man Far From Home, when he's wrapping the boats up with the webs. Think about that. and then compare that to the train scene in Spider-Man 2. No
The train
comparison.
scene is way
The train scene
cooler.
is so much more intense. You just feel it. It's real. I don't want to go down this rant. I don't want to
No,
go down
you're
this rabbit
good.
hole again.
You're good.
Spider-Man's going to be fine. Tom Holland's going to keep playing Spider-Man. I'm sure they're going to work something out. I really think that.
Yeah, no,
It's just too much
No,
money.
he's already gonna be Spider-Man. They can't change that.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, he said
Anything
he's
else?
going to keep playing Spider-Man. So
Yeah,
Yeah, he will. Whether he plays in the MCU or not,
he
that
should.
we don't know. I feel like he will. I think they'll figure something out.
I feel like they're
People
gonna
will be
work
too pissed
something out.
otherwise.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel that.
And-
yeah.
Anything else before we move on to the next topic?
wow, that's the shortest.
No,
Spider-Man
I got
talk
other
we've ever
Disney
had.
comments, but we're saving that for later.
You know, I actually didn't hate Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, I
Nick,
liked all the
go
Spider-Man.
away.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 was like a hand. Do you
Isn't
actually
that
like
the one
it?
where
I'm just
Gwen-
making Luke mad.
Oh, okay. I was going to actually justify a little bit. Amazing Spider-Man 2 has the best web slinging scene of any Spider-Man movie.
Oh,
It is so good.
slow
at the
motion.
beginning with his
No.
where he's falling and his suit's like flapping in the wind
Yeah,
and stuff.
great effects.
That was
Oh, yeah.
such a good web sling.
Emma
But
Stone was
I don't know
great.
I don't know if it's the best one, but it was up there. But what I was going to say is with the Spider-Man or Amazing Spider-Man, Nick,
Which one?
I'm so amped.
Told you.
I'm going to take a deep breath. In Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's like a movie that has some really great scenes. That's just a mess of a movie that makes no sense. It has no arc. It doesn't have a center storyline. It's just a mess.
You just don't like Jamie Foxx. Admit it, Luke.
Actually, I watched him get interviewed.
don't like Jamie
He's like the
Foxx?
funniest person. No, I actually like him a lot. He's like the funniest person ever. He really is.
He is pretty
Like,
great.
have you ever seen Jamie Foxx? He does really good imitations and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
he's a funny guy.
fun fact. All right.
I have nothing to add to the conversation actually, so I was just busting your balls.
I forgive you. So speaking of Disney taking over, Disney is like walking up to bat, and they're about to home run Netflix out of the game with their new
100%.
Disney Plus.
100%.
That's releasing everything, and it's only $7 a month. They're gonna like outbid Netflix.
100%.
The possibilities
And
are
they
endless,
own
man.
everything.
$7 a month.
Yeah.
Sweet deal.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone's getting Disney
Exactly.
Plus.
I'm gonna
it's
get
like
it.
Disney Plus
Yeah.
is swooping in,
I'm gonna get
and
it
they're
when it comes out.
releasing everything.
Yeah, they're bringing back so many old shows too, and like rebooting so many things. Plus, like all of the different franchises they have now, it's just insane.
Think of all the cool Marvel
Yes.
series they can do, all the
Yeah,
crossovers
they,
they can
already,
do.
they already have so many planned.
Yeah.
I heard there's gonna be an Obi-Wan
Yes.
movie, Obi-Wan TV show in the future.
Yep.
I'd
That's awesome.
love
There's-
that.
I'm just gonna wait till that
There's gonna
probably to get it.
There's gonna be the Mandalorian,
Like
which is
Hulu
like
and Netflix
the,
are. Oh,
Dude, I'm not too. I don't get. Okay, Boba Fett is cool, but like I don't get why
yeah,
everyone
I don't
thinks
really
he's
see
so,
the
like.
hype.
Why? What's all this hype about it? Like,
Well,
we saw Boba Fett,
the movie
for-
looks sweet.
It's
I
a
was really
series,
impressed with
right?
that trailer.
and
Yeah.
then he died,
TV series.
and then that's it. And then he's a kid in the prequels.
Hold up.
he's
So the
annoying.
series looks really cool. The music, the shots, it looks sweet. Hopefully it is.
It
sweet.
does.
But they have the Obi-Wan series. They have a Toy Story series. They have a new High School Musical. They have Captain Falcon,
Yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They have a Loki series. They have
oh
like
wait,
a
I did not see all
film.
this stuff.
There's
I
like
saw
all, I
Obi-Wan,
think
that's
it's
all I cared
all
about.
Disney Plus. Hold up. It's all on Disney Plus, and they're getting everyone. Like even, was it Lizzie McGuire? Like she's coming back.
Yeah.
To do
no,
something.
she's not. What?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is.
Yo!
And then
Wait, what do you mean? What do you
They're
mean she's
just-
coming back? She's
Like,
joining.
they're
Yeah.
making a
Hillary
new
Duff.
show.
she's gonna
Hillary
be
Duff is
30
coming
in
back.
New York.
So it's like
Another.
they're
No,
Damn it.
stop
doing
it. It's gonna be another
everything.
Fuller House.
and
Stop it.
they nuked
No, but it's actually gonna
the
be good.
internet.
No, it's
They
not.
nuked the internet
Yes,
with
it
like
is.
every
It's
new
Disney.
trailer all at the same time.
These trailers are out?
Yeah.
Yes,
What?
because they're coming for wallets, Nick. They're coming for wallets, checkbooks.
They're coming by storm.
Credit
Like a
cards.
hurricane that's gonna wipe me off the map.
Dude,
Netflix
I'm
is gonna
so
show it.
getting Disney Plus.
Netflix's user rate is going to drop by 50% week one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Netflix doesn't own anything. Everything that Netflix does that they own is like
Yeah.
new.
That's the
Well,
issue.
I mean, they own their own stuff, but
No, I know, but they have to make new shows.
Yeah,
It's not like, hey, this thing you loved as
I
a
know.
child. Let me put this in my
you can't.
streaming service because Disney owns
Disney
everything.
owns that. And then two, CBS is coming out with their own. They're going to take all their stuff away too. So Netflix
Oh,
really has
CVS. I thought you said CVS.
Oh, no.
Walgreens.
Yes,
Walgreens.
Walgreens.
They're taking all their
Subscribe
cold
to get some
medicine away.
overpriced.
I don't know. It would be hard for me to leave Netflix. I think I'll just add on Disney Plus, and if it's really
Nick.
good, I'll keep it.
Nick,
But-
it won't be hard for you to leave Netflix because everything is going to be leaving Netflix.
And then I'll leave. Yeah.
You think shows are going to leave Netflix?
Well, I love some Netflix shows.
I'm
That's
talking
the
about
thing.
all like the Disney properties and then all like the CBS properties. When that comes out, they can't be on Netflix. And so a lot of those things, it's like, like The Office and Friends and stuff that people watch religiously on Netflix, they can't do. And that's where they get a lot of
Yeah,
their,
no matter
their
how
money.
many years pass, the trending shows, The Office is always on that list.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared when that goes away.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen?
It's leaving.
I mean, it'll be there on CBS streaming. So sign up for that too.
Yeah, so apparently a lot of
The
this
NBC
stuff was all
probably,
announced.
yeah.
Have you guys heard of D23? Because that's where all this was announced.
Yes, I
And
have
it's-
heard of D23.
No, I haven't.
Nope.
It's basic. Here's what's so funny about it. There's like D23 and then there's E3. And D23 is basically E3 for Disney.
Huh. Oh, it's
Holy
Disney
cow.
20.
D
This is like a
stands
big
for
deal.
Disney.
I knew about
Yeah,
them. for the
I'd never
Kingdom
heard
Hearts
of it.
stuff.
Oh my gosh, there's so many Pixar shows. I'm like going through the
I know.
D23 thing now. Whoa.
They came with the heat.
I know.
Man.
Oh,
I know.
Screw you,
Disney-
Netflix.
Disney just had it like under the table and then they just pulled it out like, all right, here's everything.
Yeah.
And it's coming out in like November.
Yeah, really soon.
They're also
Just in
building
time for holiday season 2. Woo.
They're building an
To
Avengers
sell all the
Disney.
toys.
Holy crap.
I know. Disney's
They
like,
merchandise
Merchandise
Avengers
that's going to
Disney.
come out. Woo.
This is so cool. Huh.
yeah.
I feel like Nick is just discovering Disney Plus for the first time.
Well,
podcast.
all I did was watch the Mandalorian trailer. I didn't, and the Rise of Skywalker, but I didn't research anything about the streaming service. I didn't realize how vast it was. It's
Disney's just like a black hole, just like,
oh my gosh.
They can do
I keep
whatever they want.
I keep scrolling down the page.
It's kind of
doesn't
insane.
Oh, D23
so
is already
large.
like a thing.
Yeah,
What'd
it's
you say,
just a
Mark?
D23
thing.
is already like a. Oh, I didn't know what this was. A Disney
All right,
thing.
boys, we're getting
Yeah.
our tickets for next year.
I've only known about it because they always talk about Kingdom Hearts stuff. So,
Really? That makes sense.
true.
Still need to get that game.
and if they make
So-
a Kingdom Hearts series on Disney Plus, then I'm signing up. That's okay. It's over for me.
Oh, wait, no, there isn't. Here's the thing. I saw an Animal Kingdom and I thought it said, I just saw the word kingdom and I was like, Kingdom Hearts? Oh, no. Because I knew you
I
would
would
have freaked
have
out.
canceled my Netflix right now.
See, I don't
But you
think
did?
I don't even have Netflix. Like I mooch off my sister's Netflix right now because I told myself I'd only pay for one streaming service. So I chose Spotify,
Really?
and I can't give up Spotify for Disney Plus. I can't. I use Spotify like
You can just get
15 hours a
Spotify
day.
free, and then just
yeah, but
use
no,
Disney.
Shane, that's stupid. I can't
Trust
do
me, I know.
No, I
it's
get
stupid,
it.
but
I
I'm
get it.
saying.
I get
Imagine-
it.
Dude, I have about 4,000 songs from Spotify downloaded on my phone right now.
Imagine
RIP.
if to get around it, you deleted Spotify and then you used Disney Plus and you just listened to the intro music of different shows.
Hey, but Michael, you never know. Disney Plus, they could partner with Spotify and give like a free.
They have a Hulu thing. I get like a free Hulu, but I can't.
Yeah, I have that
It
too.
won't let me log on to my
Oh
thing.
yeah,
It doesn't work for some reason, but I have it.
it's like
So
a whole
if it-
thing. Like you
Yeah.
can get Spotify and Hulu now together.
Yeah, it just comes with it.
Yeah.
Because
But-
they're
So
both
I-
green. That's why.
Anyway,
I'm still going through this D23 thing. The world according to Jeff Goldblum. I need to get this.
Is that a
this
show?
service? Yes, it's going to be a
send me
show.
this link. I'm looking at this page. I can't find anything.
It's on Discord. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Well, you shared the trailer.
Wait,
but
this
you
is a
didn't share
show?
the
Wait, what?
list.
Yes, the Disney Plus original. Michael Reed.
They're getting. I'm just amazed by. Stop being so rude. I didn't deserve that. I'm watching it now.
There you go. There's all the trailers.
Jeff Goldblum
and
just
stuff.
Goldbluming.
I'm not gonna
Jeff
lie. Like
Goldblum
you
just
guys have
Goldbluming.
convinced me. I might.
We haven't done anything.
Well, I didn't realize.
I like. No, it's funny because it's like you convinced me. It's like I just told you what it was.
Exactly.
They're gonna sweep everyone
I
away.
told you it existed, and you went with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of this was happening. This is nuts.
Dude,
So speaking of, okay, well, I was going
Never
to
mind.
go
Go ahead. I was going back to Spider-Man.
No.
We don't have to go back
Go
to
ahead.
Spider-Man.
What did you want to say about
I was
Spider-Man?
gonna say, what if
no.
they make Disney Plus on like Spider-Man on Disney Plus and undercut Sony because they own the TV rights?
Oh, do they?
Wait, did they really?
Yeah, that's how they had Ultimate Spider-Man was a show on the Disney XD.
Oh yeah.
It's actually really good. Also,
Tom
But anyway,
Holland's coming to Disney
Oh
Plus.
man,
yeah,
could
like
they use
they could
Tom
just
Holland's?
release they could just release like a 2-hour long episode,
No, they probably couldn't.
or just make a
At
show.
least for a
Into the
couple years.
Spider-Verse TV show.
They could.
That would be an expensive show,
Yeah.
but I guess
It's
shows are
Disney.
getting more and more
It's
expensive.
Disney. Yeah, I was just
That's
saying.
true. Disney's like, how much does it cost? 200 million? Here.
They just sit on
Whatever.
cash.
How much is
all
a
day.
banana? Like $10? I don't know.
So I was going to say, speaking of TV shows, I started watching my favorite TV show again, which I had completely
Ooh.
not finished. Like I basically
Buffy the
got,
Vampire Slayer, your favorite TV show.
how did you know?
The Bachelor.
Bachelor.
Oh man.
I hit a sore spot.
Wait, do you watch The Bachelor?
No, well, not by my choice.
Ruji watches The Bachelor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
funny.
man.
I understand why girls like shows like that, but I just can't.
I honestly don't. I think it's unhealthy in some ways, but we can
really
have that
weird
in
and
another
stupid.
discussion.
Yeah.
Luckily, Leanne doesn't like that show. That's good.
You have
They're
a nice
just like-
wife there, Mike.
It's very like catty. But anyway, so I don't want to get into that here.
Yeah.
The show that I love, my favorite show on TV right now, is Better Call Saul. And I watched all of season 3,
Ooh.
and I watched part of season 4, and I just stopped. And season 4 came out like a year ago. So I was like, I'm going to watch this show again and get through it. And I love it. It's so good. And like, I just love Breaking Bad. I love Better Call Saul. It's such a good show. And in the midst of the Disney Plus movies coming out, Netflix is like, hey, we're actually doing cool stuff too. And they released a movie trailer called El Camino, which is a Breaking Bad movie.
Woo!
And it's like a really short trailer, so there's not a lot to talk about, but that's exciting. Netflix better not Netflix it up.
I like Netflix. What do you mean by that?
How they Netflix it up?
How do I explain it?
Uh-oh. Everyone's going to disagree with Luke again.
Maybe.
You were doing so good, man.
A lot of the Netflix shows are good. Like most of the shows I've seen are good, but they,
Yeah.
I don't know. Netflix has so much propaganda in it. It's just really hidden, and that irritates me because it's like very preachy if you really look at a lot of it, and I just find that irritating.
Oh, sure.
That's
There's
why I like
definitely
Breaking Bad.
a bias.
Because Breaking Bad doesn't preach really. It's a good it's a good show. Better Call Saul doesn't preach. It's just a good show. You know, it's not like a political or like that's all Netflix is like it's almost like propaganda, and it irritates me. You know? I don't like feeling like they're choking me with their message.
There definitely is like a sense of like a lens of progressive issues and drama that does develop. Like it's usually issues pertaining around like marginalized folks, which is fine. And I don't mind that at all.
I don't mind it. I just don't want you to shove it down my throat. And I feel like they're just it's like a Christian
Sometimes they
movie.
do. Yeah. Yeah.
Where they're just in your face about like pray. So God, and you're like, this is so hokey. Stop preaching at me. I don't want you to tell me. And that's what a lot of the Netflix shows do, just in a different direction, where they're like preaching at you. It's irritating.
Yeah, there's a movie
But yeah,
I watched
Breaking
that
Bad movie's
had
coming
that,
out.
so I know what you mean.
Prayer. Oof.
Yes, that. What's it called? The new movie?
El Camino,
you
which
said?
I think is, I think it's The Path. Is what
I need
that
to watch
means
more
in
Breaking
Spanish.
Bad.
Is it directed by?
Oh no, sorry, not El yeah, I read it right. El Camino.
The car. Is it directed by Vince Gilligan?
I don't know.
That's the
if
que-
it's not,
that's the
I feel
real
like it's not
question.
going to be worth watching.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
look it
that's
up.
how I feel.
Because he is like the bread and butter of that show.
He loves. I mean, he just loves. Yeah, it's him. He loves making suspense thrillers. Like that's his thing.
I love his stuff. I just
he
love
loves
it.
setting
It's
stuff
the
up
perfect
and-
show for me. It is Spanish.
I'm really
for the Path.
stoked
It comes
for
out in
this, too.
October.
Yeah, I'm really stoked
It's
for this.
directed by Vince Gilligan.
That's what I said.
No, but normally he's the writer. He's not usually the director.
Oh,
That's
well,
interesting.
because he has guest directors all the time.
Yeah,
But he directs
usually, I don't
too.
think he usually directs. I don't think he directs most of them.
Well, I don't think he does most of them.
I think
like he
he-
directed like the last episode and stuff like that of Breaking Bad. Like there are certain ones
I don't
that
know if he
does
did
direct.
actually. I don't know if he did.
Because I know the second to last one wasn't him, but
Let me see.
if I recall, he
Director.
did direct the last one.
He directed a couple episodes in Better Call Saul. Oh yeah, he did direct the last one. You're right.
Yeah,
Felina. Yep.
but I mean, he's just if he's going to be touching it, I feel like it's going to be good. So I'm not
Yeah.
too worried about it.
So, moving on from that, Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. Michael, take it away.
Oh, sorry.
Was he ready? Michael,
Yeah.
take it away. Rise of Skywalker.
All right,
what do you
well,
think?
I don't know, man. I don't have a lot of hope for the new Star Wars anything after
Man,
the
brother.
Last Jedi. I'm just like, whatever. I don't know. It's kind of like when you watch your friend like get addicted to drugs and just like throw his whole life down the toilet.
What?
That's what it feels like.
Well, that's one way to put
I
it.
hated
like
The
that.
Last Jedi so much.
I like that so much.
And the trailer, like, okay, so I was even thinking about it today because the fight at the end of Last Jedi was really sick. Like, it looked really cool. It just wasn't good because, like, Ryan Johnson was trying to make like his own standalone movie because he's a stupid idiot. And I don't know. It wasn't good, but I'm interested to see what they do. I mean, it's called Rise of the Skywalkers. Some people think that, like, that means that Rey is going to be a Skywalker or that Darth Sidious, like, created her with the Force or that she's, like, a clone of Anakin or that, like, the Skywalkers are just going to be, like, the new names of the new Jedi. I don't know. I'm going to go see it, obviously, because it's Star Wars, but I don't know why.
I mean, it's J.J. Abrams,
J.J.
and
Abrams.
even though Force Awakens isn't perfect, I really
like
enjoy watching
Force
that
Awakens
movie.
a lot.
Like I
Yeah, it was
like
good.
watching that movie. It's like paced really well, and I just like it. The action is great. The sounds. The
It's just a
camera,
good
all that
movie.
stuff.
Yeah, Force Awakens is just a quality good movie.
Yeah.
Without the Star
Yeah,
Wars.
it's like a
but-
really fun movie to watch.
right. I think it's cool that they're bringing Palpatine back, and I heard the Darth Vader. I don't know if he's coming back in any way, but they're referencing the breath.
Oh no!
But I feel like it's a cash grab in that they're getting all gimmicky, bringing stuff back that we remember, so that we all go to see it. Because The Last Jedi was like, what is this? We're not really sure
Right.
what we're seeing right now. And so it's like, hey, this is familiar, and J.J. Abrams is coming back. You guys like him, and here's some lightsaber like that's what I felt like the trailer was.
Well, hopefully they have lightsabers in this one, since half the movies don't even have lightsabers.
I know, dude.
apparently.
That annoys me so
I
What's
much.
a
want lots
lightsaber?
of lightsabers.
Disney said no violence, please.
Yeah,
No, even in the originals, it's like mainly like guns and stuff.
Yeah,
It's like,
true.
Literally every
No one
cover has a
cares.
lightsaber on it.
Yeah, I
like
don't
we're
care
all
that.
seeing this to see the lightsabers. Just give us what we
Seriously,
want.
no one cares.
give us what we
no one
want.
thinks guns are cool in Star
Exactly.
Wars.
It's
They're not cool.
2019.
Guns
Nobody
are the
wants to
least
watch
cool weapon in
lasers.
all- Like
Yeah.
guns are sweet, but in Star Wars, when you have laser swords,
If you
Like-
if you
well,
have a
they're actually plasma
lightsaber,
swords, but still.
Well, I
Use
think the
the
thing about the
lightsaber.
guns in Star Wars too is you have, if you're watching a war movie and you got like machine guns, or you're watching a Mission Impossible movie and you got guns, they're always really impactful. Like you're in the theater and it shakes your chair because the gunshots are so loud, so it feels really intense. But then you got
what
Star
you're
Wars
getting at.
guns that are like whip, whip, whip. And you're like, that's the sound the gun makes. Or it's like,
Yeah, it doesn't.
You're like,
it doesn't
but
feel.
that's
You
just
don't
not-
feel it.
yeah,
Yeah, it's not the
just like
same.
these weird noises.
That's funny. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, even when they get stuff, it doesn't even. You don't like. I guess they do it on purpose, maybe to make it not feel less violent. I mean, obviously, like even in cartoons, actually, Spider-Man, they put lasers on the cop guns instead of bullets. Like, and it was like in 2000 and like the movie was set like whatever year it was. Like there was no lasers at this time, but they just added lasers so that way their show could be on kids' television instead of bullets.
That's what you said. That was the Spider-Man, or what was that?
Yeah, Spider-Man.
'Cause
Like, like one
yeah, I
of the
remember
really
that.
old Spider-Man shows.
I used to watch that show. I remember that. They had the laser guns.
For no reason.
So here's the thing. Like when you watch Force Awakens, you know how he stops the bullet at that one point? Some people are like, that's not right. You shouldn't be able to do that. That was stupid. Why is he so powerful?
Like, so boss.
But the sound of when he stops that bullet is so cool. I just love it. Like,
dude.
It makes me like shivers go up my spine. I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that was.
So I just like the feeling.
Scene. I feel like they kind of nerfed Kylo after that, though. Like,
yeah,
he's like
in
mega
the movie?
strong. Well, I think that's mainly has to do with
He got shot with a crossbow.
Adam Driver's ears. His ears just like aren't threatening. Like, he took off his mask, and I actually laughed in the theater.
Yeah, he looked
His
really
ears?
Dopey.
That's amazing. I never thought about that.
He's a good looking guy for sure, but just for some reason, whatever his hair was doing.
No, it's like when he first takes off the mask, it is the dopiest look on his face. His lips are
his
just kind
looks
of
dumb.
sticking out. He's just like, bleh.
There's nothing threatening looking about him. That's the issue.
Yeah,
I think he's
nice-looking
intense.
guy. He's not weird. He can act really intense. Like after maybe like 5 minutes of him talking, like you can feel it. Like, oh yeah, this is cool. This
I
is
like
a
his
villain.
voice.
You just see him and you're like, what? I was just like, who is this guy? I thought he was just like Darth Vader's like nephew who's always trying to be cool but never was cool.
I compare him to like when I first saw Bane versus when I first see Kylo Ren. And Kylo Ren, like, I was like, Bane was like, oh, this guy's a threat. And like Kylo was like, well, he stopped a bullet, so that was kind of cool. Right. And then he throws a temper tantrum, and I think it's funny.
Yeah. The thing about didn't you notice that have you guys heard the word retcon before? I actually just recently heard that word for the first time.
Retcon?
Like,
when they go back and change, they change something in the future of the story to kind of like fix problems with the previous story.
Yeah, so they retconned Kylo's mask, where like he has the mask, and then all of a sudden they make fun of him for the mask, so he breaks the mask. It's like, oh yeah, we don't want him to have the mask anymore. Never mind, that was stupid. And they retconned it by making him smash it. But then in this trailer, you see him putting it back together again. So you're like, they're retconning it back into the movie again.
Abrams was like, man, that was a dumb idea.
Abrams coming back like, nah, let's go back to what I was thinking.
It's like, Ryan was stupid. Give him the helmet back.
No, I think it looks cool. What do you guys think of Rey? Double blade lightsaber, red eyes.
It's kind of lame. Like the red lightsaber thing was kind of weird. The C-3PO, yeah, what was up with his eyes, dude?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was like, I was like, oh.
He's Rey's Sith apprentice.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole retconning thing, I feel like there's going to be a bunch of that. These movies don't feel like the same movie. Like, it doesn't feel like it's the same series, almost.
Yeah, and everyone hates it now. Like, it's very popular to hate
the new Star Wars
whole series.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So people are just like,
even though I still enjoy it. Like, I didn't enjoy Last Jedi.
You don't hate
as much.
Okay, so you don't hate Star Wars, Luke? Out of all the things you should be hating, this is the main thing.
Like, I didn't like Rogue One. I didn't like Solo. I didn't like The Last Jedi.
I didn't like
people did,
Solo.
but I didn't. I don't know why.
Rogue One was so boring. I didn't feel anything when they all died.
Yeah, exactly. That's I just
didn't care, and it was the hokiest show ever when she's doing the "Let's rebel." You're like, oh, this speech. It was the I just was only in the into my trailer. Chair. No, right? Whatever she says, where she's like, "We have hope. We should fight," and she gives that like speech.
Oh yeah, her speech was so cheesy.
Yeah, it was kind of cheesy.
I hated
but dude,
it.
the robot was awesome.
wanted to melt.
And the blind ninja guy.
There were a lot of cool moments in that movie.
Dude,
couldn't tell you any of them.
My favorite part of the whole movie was when the blind guy,
Darth Vader.
No, when the blind guy was like there, and the stormtroopers came and put a bag over his head. He goes, "Are you kidding me? I'm blind." I laughed for like literally 3 minutes in the theater.
It was funny. I remember that.
The best part in that movie was Darth Vader slaughtering all the people on the ship.
It was cool to see young Darth Vader in a movie.
It's bad. I'm just getting cynical in my old age. I'm like, I saw Darth Vader and I just remember thinking, this is a cash grab.
Nick.
This is just a gimmicky thing just to get me on their side.
That's
and
what
you know what? It worked.
Dude, all we want is just lightsabers.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was freaking dope.
It was like my favorite.
Also, what the heck? At the end of Solo, like Darth Maul was behind the plot the whole time. Are they going to do anything with that or not? Is that going to be the setup for the Obi-Wan?
The funny thing about Solo, if you ever watch it again, it's like they had lighting and they turned all the lights off. It's like the whole movie. I love hearing them talk about Solo's like cinematic. It's like the background is the background is light and all the characters are dark. They're all shadows. I'm like, what is up with the lighting in this movie? It's like they had no lights.
You think it's
If you go back and
intentional?
watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, well, probably, I guess. But maybe it was intentional because it had no lights.
Also, side note, do you guys think that the girl with the red lightsabers is Rey in the trailer?
It looks exactly like her. Maybe it's a twin.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, I
I
feel
heard
like
someone else call it Rey, but like actually didn't recognize her at first.
I feel like there's gonna be something.
It
to
looks
that.
like her. It's Rey for sure, but it might not actually be her. Like it's
Right.
the actress.
Right. So I think there's going to be something odd with that because it's just such a weird dichotomy with her and the blue lightsaber. And it's like, where did she get that red lightsaber? So
Dude, but when she snaps that double bladed lightsaber down, I did love that. Because it was done well. It was like,
stop changing lightsabers. They're simple. They're easy. Just
I was just like
one
I was like,
blade.
really-
No,
I was like,
comes out of
they're just trying to top Kylo Ren's extra lightsaber.
It's not cool.
Like,
It's
his
gimmicky.
lightsaber will be extra. He'll
Dude,
make his lightsaber
Kylo
extra.
Ren's lightsaber, I love that saber. It sounds
Really?
so awesome.
Yeah,
Dude, it is
does
cool.
It's like all
Dude,
crackly.
it does sound
I like
cool.
it. It's dope. And like I
Oh,
like how
you
it's all
guys-
It's
fiery.
like it's all fizzled
It's
and
not
cracky.
like a boom, like a solid piece. It's like all fiery and crackly and yeah, it's cool.
It sounds like glass.
Right.
You know, it's like, and then when he moves it, oh, I love sounds because sounds make action and stuff so much
I love
more
sounds.
impactful. I do. It's like music. If you do the wrong sound, it's like playing an offbeat or an out of tune note. Hurts. It hates me.
Dude.
So Nick just shared an article that says, it's basically J.J. Abrams is like the Star Wars finale will answer all of your question, and says the guy who created Lost.
That was a Babylon
Don't
Bee
worry.
article.
All your questions will be answered. Oh, I created Lost, that show that no one had answers to.
All right, we have one last topic to talk about, unless there's something else we want to talk about.
It's the most important one.
Nothing? Once? Twice? The Joker movie.
Woo!
Dun, dun.
Joaquin
Oh,
Phoenix.
man.
There's so many mixed feelings. I don't even know how to feel about like Star Wars. I know I'm probably gonna hate the Joker movie. I'm like, I think I could get into this, but also I feel
It's
like it could be
rated
a train
R.
wreck.
Did you hear it's rated R?
Yeah, it's cool, right?
I'm so glad it's rated R.
Isn't that cool?
That means it can be like dark. And it's a Joker movie, you know, it's gotta be dark. Did you guys hear his laugh?
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't
cool.
remember it. I saw a trailer a while ago. Was there a new trailer?
Yeah, a new trailer just came out
Oh,
like
I didn't
2
see
days
it.
ago.
I saw the one from like a month ago.
So here's the thing that I know about the Joker movie. It is directed by Todd Phillips, which it's like, what? That's the guy who made
Old
The
school,
Hangover.
right? Yeah, old school and The Hangover.
And he made War Dogs. Yeah. And so you're like, wait, what? He's The Joker movie. What? And then the editor edited Hangover Part 3, Project X,
Oof.
and then War Dogs, which I think was okay. And then the screenplay writer wrote The Fighter and 8 Mile, but also Finest Hours, and nobody even remembers what that movie is. So he was nominated for an Oscar, so it's like, it could, I don't know.
The Fighter is an amazing
cool.
movie. Old School and The Hangover are both amazing movies. Joaquin Phoenix is fun, so that's all I'm banking off of.
I know, but it's like Hangover 1 was great. Hangover 2 and 3 were horrible.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh gosh, they're so.
And so I'm like, well, they have good movies and bad movies. And so you're kind of like, I don't know. Because the guy who directed Suicide Squad also directed, what was it, Edge of Watch? The Jake Gyllenhaal and it's like the cop movie.
Oh, The End of
Did you see
Watch?
that movie?
No, I haven't seen
Is
it.
it End of Watch? No, it's not End of Watch. What is it called? What is it called? See,
Edge of
This is why
Tomorrow?
that movie didn't do well. No. Hold on.
Oh, End of Watch, not Edge of Watch.
No. Oh, it is End of Watch. Yeah, that movie.
And
And that movie was
right, Luke.
amazing.
That's
Whatever.
great.
So that movie was amazing. But then, yeah, David Ayer. But then he directed Suicide Squad. So you're like, well,
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, it's gonna.
What if it's like his like, I don't know, his like best.
I don't
want to
be let down by the Joker again.
Yeah. Everyone was making Heath Ledger comparisons when that trailer came out. It was kind of annoying, but I get it because it's like another Joker adaptation right after Jared Leto's, and then this one's a
Yeah.
standalone movie by the guy that did Old School, and it's like with the guy who everyone thought went crazy. So I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, people thought Walking Phoenix went crazy?
Well, he kind of did, but he ended up being for a role. Like he became a rapper, but it was for a role he did.
Oh.
And yeah, so I don't know what I saw her. It was great. Like
Her was awesome.
he's a talented actor. So I have I watched that trailer like 5 times. I have so many mixed feelings about it because it just seems like it can be so good or so bad. It could just be like I don't know.
It's really tough because the one thing that the Joker needs to be able to do well is laugh, and Heath Ledger did that so well. Because you can sometimes tell it like you'll see someone laughing in a movie, and it feels like a fake laugh. It doesn't feel like a real laugh. But then the Joker laugh, it's this kind of shivering, bone shivering cackle laugh, and it just I remember when I first heard it in the first trailer of Dark Knight and just going, whoa, that is so insanely good. And so then you have Jared Leto who's like nah. You're like, okay, that sucked. You know? So I'm really
It was so bad.
His whole Joker thing was weird.
I
He's like a
know,
weird,
and
like,
so it's hard not to compare it.
Guy.
Yeah. I what is it? I'm hoping that they dive into his backstory with like his mom and his dad, and that we get, as crappy as it is to say, I hope we get a Joker torture scene, because I feel like that'd be interesting with him laughing in his clown suit, and then he has the gun and it's a fake gun or something like that. I would like
the Joker stuff is like the comics are dark.
That's what I'm saying.
The guy alive.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping they just go in a dark route, and I'll love it.
He cuts his own face off, like the skin of his face. He cuts his own face off.
Dude,
you know, it's like the comics are dark. You know, so I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be. I hope I'm not disappointed by it. It would be really great if it was great.
Yeah,
it visually looks good. I like the colors.
Yeah,
and the cinematography looks good.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Joaquin Phoenix could do really well.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have to see.
It's all up in the air, man.
So that's it.
I think it'll be good.
That's the last movie I wanted to talk about, and now I'm like exhausted.
Hey, man, don't die in a hurricane. Can you do me that favor?
Oh yeah, Luke.
Or do.
I know.
Just kidding.
What? Sorry. Shayne is just gradually getting darker and darker.
With each Joker
He's becoming the Joker.
When you work with kids, it kind of happens to you.
Makes sense.
You just start to hate
like
the
if you
world.
work with like multiple people who like aren't like, if you work with like the public, you just start to hate the world.
Oh yeah, trust me. A lot of years in retail. Yeah.
So I actually I looked at my notes and remember there was one other thing that I wanted to bring up. So the Joker laugh, I brought that up, but I watched the latest trailer for It 2. And that sound, the sound that he makes at the very end of the trailer is unbelievably creepy and great. I got chills from it. I loved it so much. And I'm like, I want to hear stuff like that from the Joker. You guys know what I'm talking about? Because I can send you the trailer if you
I
don't
don't
watch
know.
it.
I have no idea.
The new one is so good, dude.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to see it.
I have to see the first one.
Opening night.
You haven't seen the first one, Shayne?
No.
Dude, go do
You should
that.
see it.
Yeah.
It's not even really very scary. It's just like intense.
The only reason I never saw it was because all of my kindergartners had seen it and all they would talk about was Killer Clown.
What?
Yeah, and so they just talked about it so much that I had no interest.
Well, you know how Stranger Things is? Like Stranger Things.
I like Stranger Things.
It's not
I like
really
Stranger
scary.
Things.
It's just intense. That's kind of what It is like. It's not really scary.
Yeah,
I'm scared by
There are some scary parts in Stranger Things.
Well, I'm scared by clowns, and so it
But
affects
Stranger
me.
Things
is more sci-fi.
Yeah, and it's more intense.
Stranger Things just stresses
it's not,
me out.
It's like suspense. It's not
Right.
horror.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're done. So, plugs. Shayne, you said you had a
Looks
lot of
like
plugs you
I
wanted
hate
to.
this kitchen.
Oh, I don't have a lot of plugs, but just a couple of cool things to look out for. I don't know if I said this in the group chat, but I'm going to be in a movie that I don't know when it's coming out yet because it's still It's being filmed
I reacted,
currently, but it's
I knew
also
that
still in
'cause you told me
development.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's going pretty well, and we'll be filming that throughout the rest of the year. And so we'll keep you updated on that. And then 2, I got offered whatever. I'm going to be directing this Christmas show. I was trying to make it sound fancy, but I'm going to be directing this Christmas show too. Yeah, I'll have more information about that when I have more information. But I came from a meeting and just like officially signed on to do that, which is pretty cool because it's someone who saw my show and then wanted me to do this project with them because of the work that they saw. So that's pretty cool.
Wow,
being acknowledged
that's so awesome,
for the
dude.
things. Yeah. That's
Holy crap, dude.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
cool how that happened. And the same thing with
It's
the
always
movie
the best
too.
kind of like that's the best. That's always the best kind of any way to get any job. Someone's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I saw you do this, and it was awesome. You should do this too." And you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it was awesome. Thank you."
Yeah, exactly. So I really appreciated that. And then 2, I just been getting really into photography lately and kind of
Yeah, you have.
Guys, he's
starting
good.
like
He's really good.
oh, thank you.
That 70
appreciate
or 80
that.
millimeter or whatever it is great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's
man.
pretty good. And so I've been doing that, and check out my Instagram. That's going to have all the things that I'm doing. And I'll have more information like in the coming weeks. But Mr. McCatty, MrMCCATTY. Follow my Instagram for all the fun, cool things that I'm doing. That's
Woo. Awesome. All right, Michael.
Yeah. I'm tired. That's my plug.
Michael's married now. He has
Retired,
no more accounts.
Married. He's off the radar.
Don't follow me on Instagram, ladies.
They have a joint account now.
Unless you want to be heartbroken. Nick, what plugs do you have?
Well, I will eventually start making videos again, but I'm taking a break.
Woo.
But I'm going to start making them super regularly since now I have all the software down. I just want to see.
Awesome.
I just want to put a list together of all the songs I'm going to do. I haven't figured it out yet, but I Love Drummond. No G. That's I Love Drummond, all one word. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yeah, that's his Instagram name. He wasn't just saying that he loves drumming.
Yeah.
I love Drummond
I
without
love
a G.
Drummond.
I mean,
It's true.
because I love drumming.
All right. You can follow our podcast Instagram at WAITSB Podcast. That's on Instagram. Oops, I said that twice. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You can follow me on Instagram at Luke Roxwold. That's LukeRockswold. Thanks for listening, everybody. Let us know what you thought of this episode. Comment on our Instagram posts to let us know. I love arguing with people, obviously. So
Obviously.
come argue with me. Like, tell me if I'm wrong, because you can get in line.
Amazing
All right, thanks,
Spider-Man
everyone.
2 was pretty.
Outro.
Spider-Man 2 is the best movie ever.